So let's start with exercise 1-1, which is from chapter 1. Chapter 1 doesn't have a lot of content, but it does have some content. And this covers the most important content that I want you to know. So here we've got, in this exercise, each of the following scenarios requires the use of accounting information to carry out one or more of the 3 managerial objectives. So management has 3 main objectives: planning, controlling, which includes performance evaluation, or decision making. So let's just talk for a second about what that is. So planning is when we look at what strategies we're going to put in place in the future to build the company or to grow the business or to grow our customer base or to increase our revenues. So planning is all about what we are going to do in the future. And the very word planning, well, if you're planning a vacation, you are planning for the future. You've got a strategy. You've got, a way of doing it. Controlling is where we're in the future. We've already fast forwarded to the end of our vacation, and we want to see if our vacation was as good as we thought it was going to be, because we had this whole plan. And so I'm going to compare what actually happened to the plan, and I'm going to see how well or how good it was. How well did we do, right? Did everything go to plan? So controlling is performance evaluations, right? We look at the performance of the company, we look at the performance of the employee, and we compare it to what we thought they were going to do. That's what controlling is. And then decision making is, I've got 2 alternatives. I can go to the Netherlands or I can go to Italy. And what I'm going to do is, those are 2 competing things. I can't do both of them. So decision making is when I have 2 competing alternatives and I have to decide between them. So what's happening here is I am speaking as a laboratory manager. So pretend that I'm the laboratory manager and I'm going to read this scenario. And you guys have to tell me whether you think it's planning, controlling, or decision making. So a medical laboratory approached me recently and offered us an entire range of blood tests. It provided a price list revealing the amount it is willing to pay for each test. In many cases, the prices were below what we normally charge. So we are a laboratory doing tests, and a company came to us and said, we want you to do the tests for us, and here's what we're willing to pay. But unfortunately, some of their prices are below what we would normally charge. I need to know the costs of the individual tests to assess the feasibility of accepting this offer and perhaps suggest some price adjustments on some of the tests. Okay, so what are we talking about? Are we talking about planning, controlling, or decision making? So keep in mind that what we're deciding on is whether we should accept this offer or reject this offer. So this is decision making. Remember, 2 alternatives. This is decision making. Okay, so keep in mind, whenever there is 2 alternatives, accept or reject, it's decision making. All right, so now I'm the operating manager. This report indicates that we have 30% more defects than originally targeted. An investigation into the cause has revealed the problem. We are using lower quality material than expected, and the waste has been higher than normal. By switching to the quality level originally specified, we can reduce the defects to the planned level. What is this? This is controlling. Remember, I said controlling is comparing what actually happened to what we thought should have happened. Now we're the divisional manager. Our market share has increased because of higher quality products. Current projections indicate that we should sell 25% more units than last year. I want a projection of the effect that this increase in sales will have on profits. I also want to know our expected cash receipts and cash expenditures on a month-by-month basis. I have a feeling that some short-term borrowing may be necessary. We are in planning. Plant manager. Foreign competitors are producing goods with lower costs and delivering them more rapidly than we can to customers in our market. We need to decrease the cycle time and increase the efficiency of our manufacturing process. There are 2 proposals that should help us accomplish these goals, both of which involve investing in computer-aided manufacturing. I need to know the future cash flows associated with each system. Decision making. Deciding between alternatives. the senior executive. So we're the senior executive. At the last board meeting, we established an objective of earning a 25% return on sales. I need to know how many units of our product we need to sell to meet this objective. Once I have the estimated sales in units, we need to outline a promotional campaign that will take us where we want to be. However, in order to compute the targeted sales in units, I need to know the expected unit price and a lot of cost information. We're actually planning. So how do I know that it's not control? Because it hasn't happened already, and I'm wondering if it went well. Remember, control is everything's happened in the past, and we're trying to figure out if it happened the way that we thought it should have. Here, we're saying, hey, we're guessing that we're going to increase our sales by 25% in the future. So this is planning. Perhaps the Hippocrates Medical Clinic, and by the way, we're the manager, should not offer a full range of medical services. Some services seem to be having a difficult time showing any kind of profit. I am particularly concerned about the mental health service. It has not shown a profit since the clinic opened. I want to know what costs can be avoided if I drop the service. I also want some assessment of the impact on the other services we offer. Some of our patients may choose this clinic because we offer a full range of services. What do we got? It's decision making. So keep in mind why it's decision making. We're asking whether we should keep this clinic or whether we should get rid of this clinic. So we are trying to decide between two alternatives. This is decision making. So notice decision making kind of sounds like planning, but it's not. So you're going to have to be careful to make sure that you don't get confused between these two.